Hi, this is Rahat. Solving case no 5 on Beverly comes full circle. My team members are Rahat Noor and Nahidul Islam. This is Tony Anelli, Division Manager Consumer Service Department. This is Bob Watson, Chief Credit Analyst and CSR. This is Beverly Wayman, Supervisor Consumer Credit Sales. And this is Chris Miller, Assistant Manager Credit Analysis. Let's talk about the summary of the story. 4 months ago, Beverly Wayman was promoted to the supervisor's job of a newly formed sales group. There were 7 people in the sales group reporting to her, including Bob Watson. Bob was about 10 years older than Beverly. He had been the highest performer in the company for a number of years, until Beverly began to equal his production about 18 months ago. Bob had a long history of personal moodiness and erratic behavior, though. When Beverly began to equal his performance, Bob's behavior became more problematic. He had finally been given a written disciplinary notice. Consequently, some of the behaviors changed, although the underlying attitude problems of apathy, indifference. "Oh, this job is terrible, I hate my job." When Beverly was promoted to head up the sales group, Bob Watson was given the job of supervising 3 trainees in the department in addition to sales production tasks. Now, 4 months later, Bob had developed into a major supervisory problem for her. Beverly currently had several concerns about Bob's work as he gave up on tougher sales chores. He was infecting his trainees with a negative attitude about her and the operations of her department. He ignored her authority and plans, and was not a constructive contributor to the department, and he circumvented new regulations and laws, putting the company at risk. In short, Bob was consuming quite a bit of Beverly's time and attention, while performing far below his potential. He was continually seeking to find another position in the company. It seemed that the front office would be protective of him. Beverly assumed that they would not allow him to be fired. What should I do about Bob? Now, let's talk about the time frame of the case scenario. 3 years ago, Beverly joined First Union Credit Analysis Section when Bob Watson was the Chief Credit Analyst. As a top analyst, Bob earned almost twice the net income than most of the employees, but Bob was known for his moodiness and unpredictable behavior. After 18 months of learning and experience, Beverly started to equal Bob's record in credit analysis. Congratulations, Beverly. Wish you good luck. Thank you. At that time, Bob was undergoing a change as he maintained an adequate analytic volume, but drained a lot of time and energy. Tony finally to give Bob a written disciplinary notice. Beverly is becoming the supervisor at that time. Beverly was asked to supervise Bob as Bob got the role to supervise 3 new trainees. 4 months after Beverly moves into the supervisory position, she was facing a number of problems with Bob Watson. Beverly felt Bob's attitude was affecting the 3 trainees as one of the trainees complained about Bob's crappy and stupid new procedure. Bob was also acting total indifference to her, and she felt that Bob's behavior might cost the bank a lot of money in lawsuits and penalties. Although Beverly felt that Bob was consuming her lots of time and energy. Furthermore, Beverly thinks that her act was limited by Tony's sensitivity to front office pressure to keep Bob around. After the 4 months working period, Beverly thinks what she can do at this moment. So, the umbrella issue of this case is change management. Now let's talk about the other issues. As a new manager, challenges and difficulties for Beverly. Beverly has to supervise an employee who used to be her manager. Bob was known for his moodiness and unpredictable behavior. Bob gave up on difficult sales tasks. Bob ignored the authority of Tony, which creating disciplinary issue in the office work environment and affecting the work. Bob using new regulations and laws on consumer credit protection, which putting the company at risk. Beverly's productivity was being hampered by Bob's continual problems. Bob was infecting his trainees with a negative attitude about her and the operations of her department. Bob ignored Beverly's authority and plans, and was not a constructive contributor to the department. Bob circumvented new regulations and laws, putting the company at risk. What should we do now, sir? I think Bob needs motivation and support. We have designed few recommendations for Bob. Step 1. With the coordination of Tony, Beverly should sit with Bob and convince him to accept the change, make him understand that Beverly is the most potential efficient employee for the position, and motivate him as a senior employee and a potential trainer for new recruits. Step 2. Offer Bob Employee Assistance Program (EAP) to develop Bob's mental health condition. Step 3. EAP will help him to find out his weakness and help him to work on those to improve. Step 4. Encourage him to follow the regulations and to be a good and constructive force on the trainees. Step 5. Bob must obey his supervisor. If he does not, he must be given an ultimatum that further disobedience may result in his firing or dismissal from employment. Step 6. If he continues to be disobedient and endangers the workplace, take the required procedures to terminate him.